Hey guys, Mr. Breeze here, talking about Algebra 2, new chapter here, Chapter 3, 3.1 and 3.3 today, Systems of Equations. We're going to be talking about how you graph systems of equations to find answers. So a system of equations is a set of several equations, oftentimes two or three equations that we solve at the same time. We'll run through a little example here just to conceptually figure out what this is. This is what it looks like. Oftentimes you'll see that bracket right there that'll indicate that these two go together. What happens with equations is there's a lot of different values that can satisfy equations, and what we're looking for is the one set of points, which you can probably see in the table. It's this one that actually satisfies both equations at the same time. So at the same time, that's that word simultaneous, and the 0.24 solves both of these equations at the same time. If you look at what the graph looks like, we look something like this. What we're really looking for here is the point of intersection. In this case, 2 comma 4, x is 2, y is 4. So you can see it in a table, we can do it algebraically, but today we're going to talk about how to graph systems of equations. What we're looking for is the solution set, where they intersect. And so there's several different types you see here where maybe you just have intersected a single point, maybe they don't intersect at all, or maybe they intersected a whole bunch of points. And these are the different types. Um, you can see that these are called one solution, no solution, and infinitely many solutions. And there's some vocabulary that we'll sometimes see. Consistent means that it has an answer. So you notice that this one is consistent, has an answer. This one is consistent because it has many answers. Um, Independent means that each of the lines do its own thing. So the blue line goes one way, the red line goes another way. Neither line cares about the other. They're independent of one another. Where this far one on the right, the blue line and the red line are dependent on one another. Wherever the blue line goes, the red line has to go. So those are those vocabulary words. When you deal with solve by graphing, when we look at this line was set up for us in y-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So we go ahead and graph that. And then for the other one, we have to sort of rearrange it. So, get y all by itself. So this is the form that we prefer, and then we can go ahead and graph that in. In this case, you notice that awesome, we have that point of intersection right there. So we'd say ultimately our answer is the point 2, 1. So x is 2, y is 1. That's our solution to this. So we could say this is consistent, independent, because the lines cross at one spot. Another little trick here, it's nice to be able to do this in the calculator. So we put them in the calculator, there's step 1. Step 2, we go ahead and graph them. Step 3, if you hit second trace and use the intersection feature in the calculator, then you can go ahead, there's a couple things that it asks you to do. Mark the first curve, hit enter, mark the second curve, hit enter, and then show your guess. And then you hit enter, and it'll tell you exactly what your answer is here. So at the bottom here, it's showing you x equals 2, y equals 4, so you could list the answer out as 2, 4. That's basically what you need to do for today, so thanks for watching, and good luck.